guarantees all the money you slashed out. Today, it's not true anymore, because the government can't guarantee anything anymore. Today, you have parent company guarantees by a powerful parent company that's got a large balance sheet, or you got bank guarantees, you got all those letters of credit, all those mechanisms that are out there in order to guarantee the seller to get his money, and then eventually, of course, the lender to get his installments back. That's what he eventually wants. I think today we have to be a lot more creative about those things. Lenders first have to think very much about what kind of risk are they willing to accept when they are lending to LNG projects. And I think the participants in those projects have to think very hard about what will we do in order to make lenders comfortable. And again, here it comes to marketing. LNG is a very stable business model. It's got nothing to do with the kind of, for example, subprime markets in the US, and they have killed far more money than LNG ever has been invested in LNG. It's very stable, a very secure business model for lenders. They should be running in today's condition with today's money, with today's risk and today's aversion to anything risky. They should be running for LNG projects. They're great. They guarantee you returns. Some of the richest companies in the world back up that with guarantees. Hell, what's so wrong? What's the problem now? That's probably the biggest danger you're facing when you're a European player. The motivation you have, why are you going into LNG, is because I want to diversify my supply. I want to increase my security of supply, because security of supply is the big word in the European Union now. We need to secure it because there might be crisis out there, the Ukrainian transit crisis and all those things, even if it's less hard than people believe. But we need to diversify the portfolio. And for this reason, we're taking LNG. It's a good reason, but it's a small one. And if this is your only reason, one word of advice: don't do LNG. Don't touch it. Don't even consider it. LNG is not your world. It's not the thing you want to do. LNG is something that will change you from the bottom up. And the changes it will do to you will do far more damage inside your company than if you are not diversifying your supply a little bit here. Because the damage is going to be done because you're an unwilling player. If you're willing to absorb the changes that LNG will bring to you, they will be beneficial. They will improve you. They will make you a much better company. But if you're unwilling, they will unsettle you. And they will just put your business upside down. And sometimes even break it. So don't touch this horrible thing that's called LNG. If you just want to do it for security of supply, it's one additional argument, and it's a good one. It's a nice one. It really holds true. But it's not the only one. And it cannot be the only one. You must be willing to be an LNG player. You must not be willing to be whatever you have been in the past, and I add some nice little LNG business on top of that. Today, you have to deal with multiple parties. It's not like you have a buyer, you have a seller, and they're doing everything between them. Today, you have a seller, you have a buyer, you have a regasification terminal operator, you have multiple shippers inside the regasification terminal, you have the transporter of the LNG, and you have a couple of other service providers inside the LNG chain. It's much more complex today, and you have got to get all those things under one head. It's like herding cats. It's incredible. I mean, who has negotiated an inter-customer agreement, a real one, 10 years ago? Nobody. Why? Why should you? You own the terminal, you own all the capacity, you want to make an agreement with yourself, it was not necessary. Today those things are vital. And there are no blueprints out there. There are some blueprints out there, but they haven't been tested in reality except for Cove Point maybe. So you need to be creative in there. You need to do things that are completely new, because today you're facing things that have never been faced before. Multiple players. My last slide. Is LNG elite business? Do you believe it or not? I believe, yes, it's elite business. But not because the people who are in LNG are elite and the people who are outside of LNG are not elite. No, it's because of what LNG does to you. If you're willing to absorb the complete business model and do the things that are necessary in order to build a successful LNG business, it's gonna push you into the elite. It's just a little bit like, let's come back to the Matrix. When Neo started to find out what's the fabric of the Matrix, he started to find out his own powers. And he started to find out that he can be actually much better than all the rest of it. He can take and use what the matrix is and take advantage of it to be the number one, the prime player in there. Somebody with exceptional powers. You can be the same thing. It's true for everybody. If you're willing to evaluate the change and go the full way until being a complete LNG player, you will be better than the rest. Because most of us will not move and they will remain in their own habits. And they will forever be stuck in the matrix without being ever be able to take advantage of whatever happens in there. Thank you.